Today, we are going to look at more questions under temperature and its what measurements. Temperature and what thermometer. The first question we have is the highest point of an ungraduated mercury in glass thermometer is what? X. Now, I've always told you when you have a question like this on thermometer, it's very easy to solve. Once I have these two lines, you say the highest point. The highest point is the 0 points, okay? And then the same point is what? The 100 centimeter. That's the point corresponding to 100. You say the highest point of an ungraduated mercury in glass thermometer is what? X. That means S corresponds to what? 0. Y same point is what? 90. The same point 90, which is point corresponding to 100. This thermometer is what? 60. When the true temperature, the actual temperature is what? 40. The calculated value of X. Once we have this diagram, we can solve any questions on any question under our thermometer. So we subtract 40 minus 0. We have 60 minus what? X. 100 top part minus what? 0. Same thing, 100, which is upper fixed point now. 90 minus what? X. We subtract, we get 40 over 100 equal to 60 minus X over 90 minus what? X. So now cross multiply. We cross multiply. We have 40 into 90. I better say, let's cancel out this first. So that we're left with 4. Okay, 2 can even divide this to give 2, then 2 years were 5. So that gives 2 over 5. So now if we cross multiply, let's try this again. So I get a clear picture of what we are doing. We have 2 over 5, we have 60 minus X over 90 minus what? X. So now if we cross multiply, this will multiply with 2. We have 2 into 90 minus X equal to 5 into 60 minus what? X. Now we open the brackets now. Okay, this is this part here. So open the brackets. We get 180 minus 2x equal to 300 minus 5x. So if we connect that text, I'll transfer 5x this way, comes plus, then the minus 2x here. We have 300. Then 180 going across becomes minus what? 180. We subtract this one. This one gives what? 3x. Then when we subtract this, you get 120. So if we divide both sides by 3, this one will be this. So we get x as what? 40 degree what? C. 40 degree what? C. That is the value of what? X. That is the value of X. It's just as simple as that. Let's proceed. Let's see yet another example. Example 2. So I'll erase this one. Let's erase this one. Let's see example 2. The question here says the mercury in glass thermometer reads 4 centimeter. Reads 4 centimeter at highest points. And 29 centimeter as 10 points. So calculate the temperature Calculate the temperature when the mercury level is 11 centimeter. Now, for a question like this, a mercury glass thermometer has 4 cm at ice point and 29 cm at steam point. Calculate the temperature when the mercury level is 11 centimeter. Now, when you have a question of this form, it's still the same thing I'll do. Here becomes the 0 points, and here it's 100. 4 cm at ice points, and 29 at steam points. Calculate the temperature when the mercury level is 11 centimeter. That's 11. And calculate what the temperature, that's the actual temperature. We'll have something like this. So again, we subtract now. C minus 0. We have 11 minus 4. Then we have 100 minus 0. Then we have 29 minus 4. This one gives us T over 100. This one gives us 7 out of our 20 over 5. So now we cross multiply. We have 7 times 100 all over our 20 over 5. Now if you cancel that there, we have T equal to 25 is 1, 25 is 4. And when you multiply, we get 28 degree C. That becomes what the temperature when this one is reading 11 centimeter. Okay, sure that is clear. If you have any question on this topic, just send it to me using the comment section, or you can send it to me via my WhatsApp number. It's +234 80 368 55152. And I'll surely respond to your question. Let's see example 3. A resistor thermometer has a resistance of 20 ohms at 0 degrees C and 85 ohms at 100 degrees C. If the resistance if its resistance is 52 ohms in a medium, calculates the corresponding temperature. Calculate the corresponding temperature. Okay, when we have a question like this, we are still going to use the same approach. We use the same approach. Draw the same 2 lines. Say resistance thermometer has a resistance of 20 ohms at 0. Remember, The lower fixed point is what? The 0.2. So 20 ohms corresponds to the lower fixed point. Then 85 corresponds to the upper fixed point. So if each resistance is what? 52, calculate the corresponding what temperature. So you still have something like this. So the format is always what? The same. Now get C minus 0, midpoint. Midpoint here 52 minus what? 20 all over 100 minus 0. Then we'll get 85 minus what? 20. So this one will give us T over 100 equal to, this one will give us 32 all over 60.5. Now cross multiply, we get T equal to 32 times 100 divided by 60.5. Now I get 49.23 degree watt C. That is the temperature when the resistance is 52 watt ohms in a given watt medium. So the process is always the same thing. Let's see one more example to illustrate this one. See example 4. Ice and steam points of a certain thermometer are minus 20 degrees C and 100 degrees C respectively. So calculate the Celsius temperature. Calculate Celsius temperature corresponding to 70 degrees on the thermometer. Now, when you have a question like this, we'll use the same diagram again. It doesn't matter the type of thermometer given. Just compare the lower and upper fixed point of 0 and 100. So the ice and steam point of the certain thermometer are minus 20 degrees C. Minus 20 corresponds to the ice point, which is also called the lower fixed point. And that's the temperature of pure melting ice at 0 degrees C. And 100 degrees C respect, that's 100 up here. Calculate the Celsius temperature corresponding to 70 degrees C. So this one is reading 70. What would be this temperature this way? So here the same thing, I'll get T minus 100. And I get 70 minus 20. The 100 minus 0. They will get 100 minus 20. So this one gives T over 100. The minus will give us what? Plus. So the same thing in the denominator. Minus minus is what? Plus. So this one will give us T over 100 equal to, you add up this, you get what? 90. And this one will give us what? 120. So now cross multiply. Okay, this 0 here can cancel this one here. 3 can divide here. 3 here will give us 3. 3 into 12 will give us what? 4. So we'll get 3 over 4. So now if you cross multiply, here we'll get 3 over 100 equals 3 over 4. So that T will now be 100 times 3 all over 4. So that from there, you get the actual temperature. That will be 75. That was what? 75. Degree was C. 75 degree was C. That was the temperature when this 41 is recording was 70 degree was C. So the questions are always as simple as that. It doesn't matter how it is. Sometimes they give you a reading in millimeter with mercury. It is still the same thing. The formula is always the same thing. Just apply a simple rule and you can solve any question on thermometer. So we're going to stop here for this particular series. Ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy this class. And watch out for other of our series. If you have not watched our previous series, ensure you do that before our next series. I'll see you in our next class.